Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies obviously comes with a ton of new features, but one of those new features is to create your own tattoos. Obviously, you could already give your Sims tattoos previously in the base game, but with this new expansion pack, you can go much further. You can actually create your own tattoos from scratch by painting them on and using stencils and layers. Now, I got a tattoo myself a couple of years ago, so in this video, I want to try and recreate that tattoo in The Sims on my own Sim self. Alright, so here we are in Create a Sim. This is my own Sim self. I actually was very happy that I was able to create various features of myself in my Sim. For instance, recently I was able to give him this septum piercing when I got the Eco Lifestyle pack, and also these tunnels I was able to give him by getting life and death. But today I want to try and see if I can recreate my own tattoo on my self sim. Let's see how that's going to work. This is the first time that I'm actually opening up CAS after installing the new expansion. So I'm guessing we're going to go to body and then, oh, there we go. Already we get a custom tattoo menu. You can now layer multiple designs in an area, select the design, add a new layer by pressing the plus icon, and select another design to layer. Enter paint mode to create truly unique designs using stamps and stencils. Feeling brave, use brushes and draw your own designs. While feeling creative, use designs made by other Sims in the gallery. You can also upload your own designs for others, which is definitely what we're going to do after we're done painting on this tattoo. All right, got it. So I did already give him a tattoo initially, so I wanted to give him something. Now, it's not on the right arm, because it's supposed to be on the right arm instead of the left one here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to actually get rid of this tattoo. At least I'm going to try and do that. All right, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go to the right lower arm, which is going to be this one. And then we're going to actually go into paint mode. And we're going to paint on a tattoo here. So let's see how we're going to be able to do that. So where it needs to go, it needs to be on this section on the lower arm, just below the elbow. I got my design up on my phone just next to me. So let's have a first look at what kind of stencils we have available. Because I'm thinking I mostly want to use stencils, maybe some brushes. I'm thinking the stencils are actually not what I want to go with. I think we need to go with the stamps, and maybe we can use brushes. Yeah, these brushes should be perfect. I think we can definitely use some of these. We can actually change the brush size here. I'm actually going to put myself on this side of the screen so you guys can actually see the menu that we have right here. So we got stamps, stencils, and brushes. I think for this tattoo, we're mostly going to be using stamps and brushes. So let's have a look at the various brushes that we have available and also the colors that we have. So we got an eraser, an eyedropper, fill color. All right, and we can't use layers here, right? Or at least I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think we need to go back. Oh yeah, and then we can actually add multiple layers. So we got layer A here. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. Then we're going to go into paint mode. And also, if you notice here, we have various poses that you can use. So you can actually make your sim have a various pose to make it easier to paint on various sections of his body. I think we're just going to go with a arms down pose. I think that's actually going to be best. Although maybe this one might be better so that we can actually paint on the inside of his arm. Although we can't really zoom in anymore further. So I think we're going to go with this one, and then we can actually still see a little bit better there. Right, let's start with brushes. Again, I think we're going to use something like this, maybe make it smaller. If you've seen my tattoo, there are various colors sort of splashed around. So we're going to start with a red color. So we're going to go into red here, and we're going to have a little bit more brighter than that. I think this is good. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I want to have multiple layers though. So let's start with that. Then we're going to make a new layer here. It's going to be layer B, which I want to have below layer A. And then we'll go into the orange. And then we're just going to do the same things. All right, that already looks good. Okay, perfect. I think we need to have another layer. It's kind of annoying that you can't change your layers. You can't add layers in this menu. That is actually a little bit annoying. It might be a little bit too big. I'm not sure if I can make it like the size that I want. Maybe the brush size needs to be even smaller, but we can't do that. So maybe I need to find another brush that also works here. Wait, all of my layers are suddenly gone. Wait, that's weird. Right lower arm. Oh, wait, there they are. There they are. Okay, I see. All right, so I kind of started over because I noticed that I wasn't really happy with the size of things. So I started over a little bit there. I now know a little bit more and better how everything works. So I'm going to make the brush size a lot smaller. I think we're going to just set it to 1. And now that I know how everything works, we're just going to paint things on, I think, in one layer. So we're just going to start here with the first layer. We're just going to get that over there, and then we're going to make it smaller with the eraser. So we're going to make it more of a line there. Then we're going to move on to the next color, which is going to be orange. So we're going to get orange over there. I'd say I already like this a lot better. I think this already looks definitely way better than I might first try. So definitely with this tool, try it out a little bit, see what works for you. And then I think you can definitely create some very cool designs. Our next color is going to be darker blue. So I guess we're going to go with that, maybe even slightly darker still, like that. And then the last one that we have is going to be purple. So that's going to be over here. We're going to add that. All right, I think that's actually a pretty good base. Again, it's not perfect. Maybe we can work on the edges a little bit Like, you know, maybe cutting off a little bit like over there, make it slightly more rounded. Actually, yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. Maybe if we go back to the red, let's use the eyedropper tool on that. Okay, I'm kind of happy with the base, I think. Again, it's pretty difficult, of course, to make like a full one-on-one copy of a tattoo that you have yourself, but I think you can definitely go pretty wild with that. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's move on to the next thing that I think is going to be a lot harder, which is going to be the paw print. That I do want to add on its own layer. So we're going to go on layer B and we're going to go into paint mode, and I need to add the paw print. Although maybe I want to add some of the splashes that I have as well. So maybe let's go with another brush. All right, this is actually a good brush, I think, that we can use for that. All right, I think actually that looks actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. We can't really rename the layers, can we? No, we can't rename the layer. Otherwise, that would be kind of nice if you could. Now, the paw print, I'm kind of wondering if I want to make it myself or if I'm just going to go with a paw print that's already in the game. The downside is that it's a filled-in paw print, so we can't really, it's not like an open paw print design like I have on my own tattoo. However, what I'm wondering is if I can stamp that on and if I can actually erase the centers of that. I'm kind of curious about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these brushes and then see if we can erase center of just this paw print. Yeah, we can, but then it erases everything, which I don't understand. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think maybe the layers are not in the paint mode. That's definitely weird. I think the layers should also be in the paint mode. So that makes things a lot harder. Right? In that case, though, what we're going to do, we can't really zoom in any further, but what I want to do is I want to try and see if we can recreate the paw print ourselves. All right, I think I have a bit of a nice base. I kind of like that. I don't know. I'm not too happy with that. It's still kind of tricky. Okay, maybe we can just paint it on like this. I don't know. It's not exactly how I imagined it. It's not exactly how I imagined it. Maybe I should take some liberties and still use the stamp. Maybe the stamp is actually better. Because we don't have a stamp with a open paw design, which would be perfect, but we don't seem to have that. Now, I believe you can actually unlock new stamps and new designs yourself. So maybe we can unlock one of those later. So I think we're just going to go with this stamp. We're just going to make the brush size smaller. Yeah, I think that's actually better. That actually looks way better than what I had initially. I am gonna work with the rotation a little bit and maybe make it slightly bigger. Again, it's not perfect, but I do kind of like it. I think this is going to be it. I really think that it's a bit of a dumb choice that the layers don't work in paint mode. I really figured that they should work in paint mode, but for some reason they don't, which is definitely a something that I would have liked. But with what we have, I think this definitely works. I think it's definitely a good representation of my own tattoo. Now what I can do is I can save this tattoo to the gallery. So we're going to do that. I'm going to call this Rainbow Splash Paw Prints. So we're going to upload that to the gallery. You can download it from the gallery yourself. If you want to have it on your own sim, you can add it there. But it's now on my sim, and now my sim really feels like it's me. It feels like it's me because we have the tattoos, we got the clothing, we got the piercings, the hair, everything. Well, the hair not currently because, you know, I'm not currently with pink hair, but that is usually my style. And now the tattoo is also on. I'm actually very happy with it. It looks great. It's on the right arm. And I think this tattoo mode in Businesses and Hobbies is definitely a great addition to the game. If you want to add this tattoo to your own sims, again, you can download it from the gallery. My ID is MrJordiliciousNL. And there, of course, you can also find all of the other uploads that I've created, including my own Sims self. So if you want to play with me in your own Sims games, you can download it from the gallery as well. Just promise me you'll behave. Right? Well, I think we're going to end the video right there. Again, I wanted to give a quick overview on the tattoo mode in the new Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack, which is out right now. And I do plan on playing more with that in later videos. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you don't want to miss any content that I create with this new pack. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy simming, happy building, and don't forget to play with life.